Yes. This act mandates all civil servants to belong to the TUC.
Oh, that was the directive that was given by the Act. And what happened?
Yes. After the repeal, then we saw the formation of the Civil Servants Association of Ghana in 1968. Yes.
Out of the TUC.
Out of the TUC. See, how could you mix pure government workers with public sector workers?
Okay.
Because our orientation is different from that of the public office worker.
Okay. So when you say
So
pure government worker, you are referring to the civil
service. Okay. We are governed by rules and regulations under the general orders.
Very well. The famous general orders.
The almighty general orders.
Almighty. Yes. Great.
Yes.
So now the formation of Civil Servants Association has come in 1968. They were outside TUC.
Yes.
What recognition did they get from the then government at the time?
Oh, yes. In fact, we were recognized by the then government, which I think it was a military government by then, I think.
Okay, if it was in the 60s, it could be
it could be a military.
Some sort of a democracy.
National Liberation Council. So it was a military government as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Military council.
Yes.
Redemption.
No. Is it National Liberation
Council? Liberation Council.
Yes, National Liberation Council.
What did they give you recognition?
Yes, by repealing the Act 24.
24, yeah.
Yes, their decree number 134.
Yeah.
134 repealed the Act 24 of the Civil Service Act that afford us the opportunity to form
on your own.
Yes.
For your members.
Who
are these members you're talking about?
The first members of the
they were all civil servants. Working within the various ministries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the metropolitan and
municipal assemblies.
District assemblies.
Yes.
Okay. So what were some of the ranks within the civil service at the time, apart from the one you mentioned, the principal?
The principal secretary.
Secretary, yes.
We have principal secretary 1.
Good.
Principal secretary 2.
Okay.
Principal secretary 3, which is the lowest. The one is the senior principal secretary. Then under them, we have the chief executive officer.
Okay.
We have executive officer.
Okay.
Then we have a clerical officer.
Okay.
Then we have a clerical assistant.
These were all grades and ranks within the service.
These are all grades and ranks in the civil service.
In the civil service.
Yes.
So I don't want to be personal, but you were then.
No, I joined the civil service as a clerical officer, as a registration assistant grade 1, which is equivalent to a clerical officer.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, can you tell us one of the major milestones that happened right from the formation of the Civil Servants Association?
Yes. By the formation and registration of this association, now we were recognized by both government and our own people, who hitherto were not listening to us as genius.
Okay.
Because now we have embraced them into our fold.
Okay.
We now belong to one association.
Okay.
So whatever we fight for, cuts across.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. Was government listening to you?
Pardon?
Was the government of the time listening to
yes, the government of the time, yes, it was a listening government.
Okay.
Yes, it was a listening government. Because if you won't listen, you'll be sacked.
Okay.
You see, because in a civilian government, the bureaucracy,
Yeah.
And the politicians do not have much time to waste on you. So if we put up a resolution to government, and this resolution must pass through the chief director.
was then the principal?
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. But because it's a civilian government, so if I do it or I didn't, there won't be any problem.
Okay.
So we just put it somewhere and forget about it. But the moment they became part of us, they became active.
They became. That's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
That's good. So now you realize that there was one front that was
One
fighting
front
for a
fighting,
common goal.
yes, one enemy.
Very well.
Yes.
I want to really ask this question. How was remuneration or otherwise salary?
The remuneration, salary-wise, was very, 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 very low. There's nothing to write home about our salaries and conditions of service. Yes.
Since 1960s.
Since 1960s.
Civil servants has just been
being like how we are now, where you people are earning now. I think the highest paid principal secretary, civil servant at that time will be at least about, let me see, 800, 900, 800. Because I started with 15 cities as a clerical officer.
Okay. So now currently around that I could be 800 Ghana cedis for the highest.
Yes, the highest.
That's amazing. So what were some of the things that you were pushing for? Good.
We were for better conditions of service and then better service.
Okay.
Because without the civil service, no government can serve.
Yeah, government machinery.
We as civil servants are what I would say top advisors to governments. Yes. Whether it is military or civilian government. Yes, they can't go without us. No government can go without the civil service.
So it's just important that the civil servant is really
well paid. Conditions of service
must be
better. Good. Yes.
But why do you think the situation is still what it is today?
We are our own enemies. Yes, the civil servant is his own enemy. There was an adage that when your uncle or your brother is on a mango tree, you see, you are very sure of getting a ripe mango to eat.
But in this case,
is the opposite. It is the opposite.
Why is it?
Because the principal secretaries and now the chief directors, they have their own getting money. Because you can't see the minister without passing through the chief director. Yes. They can decide, you see the secretary, or you see the minister.
The minister.
In those days, we have the secretaries of ministers. Yeah. They can decide. So they were better off than the other ones, the downtrodden. They were better off.
So they care less.
They care less. Yes.
Things have happened.
Things had happened to my brother.
Great. So now, as compared to other unions, how vibrant was the Civil Servants Association at that time as compared to other unions within the TUC settings?
Okay. Still, we were underdogs. Though we were registered, but we don't have enough support. You see, by the nature, you see, we are not that type who can easily say we are striking.
Okay.
Yes. But for the public service, in the public service, 1, 2, 3, they go on strike.
They go.
Yes, but civil service, you can't do that. You'll be sacked.
Because you are seen as part of government.
Yes, you are seen as part of government machinery.
Yeah.
So, and if immediately you do that, you'll be sacked. Unless there's a concerted effort by all. Yes.
By all.
As happened in 1978.
Yes, tell us about that. I was going to ask.
1978?
Yes.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. That was, I think...
SMC2 era. we had a better working relationship with SFC1. In fact, 50% of all the demands that we made on government were fulfilled, with the promise that by September 1978, they will meet us with the rest of our needs. Unfortunately,
this is a great history. I would like to go for a break, and when we come back, we'll really delve into it. This is an interesting area that most of our viewers would want to listen to. I think it was some kind of a turning point in the labor front. Viewers, we'll be right back. In our studio is Mr. Cephas Komla Hunya.
Walatu, Walasa, Yadi, I want some. Yeah, Mirisu, me won't, Mirisu, me cry. Yeah, Mirisu, me won't, Mirisu, me cry. Walatu, Walasa, Yadi, I want some.
Welcome back, viewers, and you are on your show, Walatu, Walasa, your Labor Digest program. Before we went on the break, we were looking at a particular incident that happened in the 70s on the part of civil servants. And we have here in our studio Mr. Cephas Komla Hunya to do us the great favor by telling us what really happened. Mr. Hunya, around that time, what happened to the Civil Servants Association?
Yeah. As that from 1977
Good.
to 1980, these years were years of uncertainty.
They were struggling years, I believe, to
They
use
were
the word.
struggling years, agitations, agitations. Why do I say so? Because could you imagine that in 1977, government released its guidelines for salaries for workers?
Okay.
Civil servants conspicuously
Excluded.
yes.
Why should it be so?
Yeah. Ask, why should it be so? And ask me, who were the people who prepared
The particular
the
document.
particular document? Were they not civil servants?
They should be civil servants.
Yes.
Why would they want to sabotage their own?
Yet, civil servants
Were excluded.
Were excluded. This brought about
Massive
agitation.
agitations.
Yes. Quickly, I stand up for this guy, F.W. Beecham.
He was a civil servant.
He was a civil servant and secretary to the SMC.
What's the name again?
F.W. Beecham.
Okay.
He was a secretary to the Supreme Military Council.
Okay. So he was then the regime of the Supreme Military Council led by Akufu.
Yes, led by
General
Akufu. Yes.
Okay.
Quickly, he called us. We met with them at the castle. We organized, put up committee in place. A month after, civil servants were offered 20% rent allowance.
First hurdle.
That was the first hurdle cleared. So everybody was calm. Now,
Where can we find FW?
I don't know whether it's still alive.
Okay, I'll make a research about it.
Because at that time, he was a bit old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He was a chief director, as we call them now.
Now.
But he was the secretary to the SMC. Yes, the Supreme Military Council.
Yeah. So he used his position there then to be able to, get something
Become
better.
civil servants down.
So how can you exclude your own people from a whole big document like salary,
salary
and conditions of service at the time?
Incredible.
Incredible. Civil servants has
And
always...
that particular document was prepared by a civil servant.
Was it an oversight? Or it could be
Okay, may I know? It could be It could not be.
Such a powerful document. You shouldn't,
Yes.
refuse.
Salary guidelines
Yeah,
for workers
you should be able to
in Ghana.
when you are the one putting pen to paper.
So we went on.
So now we had 20% rent.
We have a 20% rent allowance.
Yes.
Then later on, as we were pushing for conditions of service to be bettered, and that other things.
Taking into consideration the guidelines that has been given.
Yes. That since General Akufo was able to meet us halfway. Yes, we were insisting that the Akufo government should be able to at least also meet us halfway. But this didn't come.
So Achampon met you halfway.
Yes.
And now the second person is General Akufo, who was also supposed to patch up. But he was being, adamant. Is that the case?
Yes. Then, early around October or December, yes, they offered us 10% COLA, which we rejected.
COLA is what? Cost of living allowance.
Yes.
Okay.
And we rejected.
Civil servants rejected it.
Yes.
One time.
Yes.
What was the main reason for the rejection?
Oh, what can 10% do? How much is your salary?
Okay.
How much is the salary of a civil servant? Calculating 10% of it. It's about 2 pesos or 4 pesos.
In addition to
addition to your salary. What is it?
It doesn't shift anything.
It doesn't. It doesn't shift anything.
So
the goalpost
is still where
it is. So we continue to agitate.
Who were the leaders of the association at that time?
Myself,
Uh-huh.
I.K. Amayao.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's still
I've
alive.
heard of him. Oh, blessed memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
T. Daku Amayao.
See that Ameyaw again?
Yes. Our only lady, Faustina Ureku.
Yeah. I think Faustina Ureku is still.
I don't know.
Like
Faustina Ureku. And Adeta, the
Adeta.
Deputy General Secretary.
Okay.
Yes. Those are the people I can easily.
Were they all junior staff who had risen into
Formerly, yes, we were all junior staffs at that time before we rose to the senior staff
level?
Yes.
And you were union leaders now.
Even we were, whilst we still belong to the juniors in the system.
Yeah.
What do I say? Anyway, let me. Proper word for this.
Are you trying to say that you were able to, synchronize with the upper level as well as you graduate through your ranks to become seniors?
No, something I will remember.
Okay,
I will remember.
Very well. So these were some of the leaders of the association at the time?
These were some of the people that carried on the struggle.
Okay.
Yes.
So 10%.
We flat. Yes. Then, around October, there was an executive meeting.
October in the year
1978.
78. Okay.
1978.
Okay.
We met with the executives in the council again, hammering our demand. Well, the usual way, no money. No money.
It used to exist at the time.
Yes.
Today, there's still no money.
Yes. Now, the rank and file of the civil service were worrying us that we, as executives, had gone to the council to take bribe.
The usual, accusations.
Yes.
To the leaders.
So,
meanwhile, within yourself that nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened. Sometimes we were not given access to the castle. We had to go there and return, just get the gate and return.
And return. But around that time, to get into the castle isn't easy. If you don't
it isn't easy. It isn't easy at all. Especially from the initial stages where the palace
taking place.
was a head on our neck. Now, we were able to contain them until November 3rd, when we can no longer contain them, hold them.
Yeah.
We invited the one Mr. Minta, but then he took over from Mr.
F.W. Beecham.
F.W. Beecham. He refused to come.
Mr. Minta refused to come.
To come and to talk with our people.
Your members.
That led to a general strike action.
By civil servants.
And this action November.
Moments.
Yeah. And after the intervention of the 2C and some prominent chiefs and some the strike.
The strike was very serious.
Every civil service office was closed throughout the country. No movement.
Would you say around that time when they say strike, people understand the strike to the extent
At that time, people understood the meaning of strike. You see?
Yeah.
Because the pain was still with us.
Yes.
The pain of neglect was still with us. Why should you be serving your father well and your father refuses to buy you clothes? What will you do?
Yet be watching other people's children.
Yet we'll be watching people's children very. Like it. Of office of the